Ooh, I got a communication error already.
Oh yeah. Communication error. Nicely done. Can you say something so I make sure you're on desktop audio?
Okay, I'm saying things right now.
You are.
Purple
Okay.
elephant. Pink
Alright.
rhino. Okay.
Alright. Alright. We
We,
good.
we all
We
good?
we all good. Um so while I'm running around in the town here, we should talk about the Nintendo press conference.
Okay.
I understand one of us saw it.
It wasn't me.
Anyway, so they opened up the press conference for their little Nintendo Direct. They opened it up by showing Damon Cross Machina. So it's a new mecha.
What was their what was their opening intro? Don't they normally
That
do
was it.
crazy?
That was it. It's this game.
Oh,
It was the trailer for this game.
they didn't have like a weird thing where all the CEOs get together and do a movie presentation. They didn't do that.
They alternate that. Sometimes they'll do something with all their bigwigs. Sometimes they don't. Um, this one, they clearly decided they were gonna go more for just here are the games. Let's go.
Game. All right.
So,
So monsters versus mechas.
no mechas versus mecha. There was definitely mechas on mecha violence. So what needs to be brought up about this game was it looked interesting. I didn't really see a lot to go off of, but what was big was all the producers, all the developers of this game. They're all the mecha bigwigs out there. Like you're talking about the director for Macross, Armored Core. They were all in the
Dang.
production of this game coming out for the Switch at someday. So
Did they go into like what the gameplay was going to be? Is it mecha versus mecha battles, or is it like a single player storyline?
it was pretty unclear. It was a hype trailer is what it was.
Alright.
Um, so yeah, didn't really have much to go
I
off
just
of.
want virtual on this console.
It very well could be a virtual on or custom robo arena battle game for all we know. All we know is that it's got mecha. There's mecha.
I think local two-player mecha battle arena would be pretty cool. But you know, whatever.
So after that, they showed off new content for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's being reported that it's DLC. I'm still not 100% sure it's actually DLC, but it probably is DLC. So you haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles 2, have you?
No, I didn't even play one because I didn't buy a Wii or a Wii U or whatever that was on.
The original is on the
I
Wii
know.
and the whatever bonus 3DS that they had was I can't remember the new 3DS. I believe that was the actual name they called it, the new 3DS. But
It's not the 3DS XL or the 3DS 4 stop. Or...
it has to be new. It has to have the title new in it.
Okay. I don't know
But
which-
yeah, so the original Xenoblade Chronicles was out for the Wii, and they did a port over to the new 3DS. But this one is for people who have actually played Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's it's a prequel essentially. It's covering the 500 years ago with the main character being all the people of Torna, who are your antagonists in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But now it's telling the story from 500 years ago that they were involved in, which was a nice blank hole left in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 to cover.
Okay.
So assuming that that looked like a shitload of content. If it's
So you're not sure if it's DLC or...
I'm not sure if
standalone?
it's DLC or if it's standalone because it looked like that's a significant amount of content to me. And if it is DLC, then it's covered under the season pass. So if you have if it's DLC and you have the season pass for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you get it. It's yours. Happy birthday.
Dang.
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah, that's what I was like, wow, that's cool. I secretly really was hoping we'd get to see a new Xenoblade Chronicles game, but I really should have known better. Like, even if it was
too close to 2.
yeah, it's just too close to 2. I was like, hey, we have this new one. That said, it is known that Monolith Soft is working on a new project that involves mecha. Because, I mean, come on. We need to get Xenoblade Chronicles X, and we need to do it right this time. Because Xenoblade Chronicles X is a terrible game. But it has so much goodness in it.
That's the one that's an MMO, but not an MMO.
Yeah, it's the fake MMO. I mean, all the Xenoblade games are fake MMOs, but that one in particular was very fake MMO. It was very MMO fake. Yeah, that's better. So after that, they showed off some more trailers for the Pokemon Let's Go
while we're
games.
still on that, though, not to be off topic, but I'm going to be. For Destiny 2, do Season Pass holders get that thing that they're releasing, or does everyone have to pay $70?
Oh, you're adorable, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
We can move on now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and quickly explain that since you brought it up. If you bought the Season Pass, you get the 2 expansions, and that was it. So when September comes around, you have to buy, the new expansion, which costs $40, and requires you to have the 2 previous DLCs. And they're having a new Season Pass. So that's another $70 that they're expecting you to throw at that game.
Yeah, I think I'm out. I think I'm out, boys.
That was
I'm gonna do that.
That was me too. Like even Ryan, when we were talking about it, I think we talked about during the EA press conference chat. He was like, "Yeah, I might have bought the expansion, but then they told me I had to have the previous 2 DLC packs," and I was like, "Nah, fuck you."
Those aren't worth the. What are they asking for it? Like $20 each, $15 each?
I think they're $15 each. I imagine that they're going to sell them at a discounted rate when the new expansion comes out. But still, like, the point is, I shouldn't have to buy that. I shouldn't have to buy that actual garbage.
Okay.
Alright. So moving
Let's
on.
do something fun.
Yeah, back to
Pokemon
Nintendo.
Go.
Back to Nintendo and the world of Nintendo.
Happy Funland.
Happy Funland. Speaking of Happy Funland, Pokemon Let's Go games. Coming out in November.
Have you seen the Pokeball controller?
Yes, I have. If you buy it, it
so
comes
dumb.
with Mew.
Seriously?
Yeah.
God damn it.
All of them come with Mew.
It's such a bad control. It's such a weird design concept, too.
But you can put your
Like,
Pokemon in it and carry it around and shake it, and it'll make weird Pokemon sounds in
And
public.
then it, like, cries in your bag. No, that's not something I want to announce to the world. I'm 27 and I'm carrying around a fucking Pokeball.
Just, I normally I'd say let it go, but don't let it go. Don't let it go.
Yeah, you don't want to break it.
Yeah, that comes out in November. The next announcement, so we've known they've been working on a Mario Party game. Super Mario Party, actually titled Super Mario Party. We're throwing away numbers. This is the year where numbers go to die.
Okay, they made it to like 9 or 10.
I think this technically would be 8, maybe. I don't know. Do we count the one on the handhelds?
I think I actually own 8 for the GameCube.
I'm pretty sure 8 came out on Wii U.
I know, but I think they have a GameCube version.
I don't know.
I'm gonna look it up.
But anyway, so I think the most interesting thing about this one was it seems to have wireless LAN support, and you can like combine 2 Wii U, combine 2 two switches together to do interesting things with games. Like they showed like a little tank isometric tank combat mini game. You can put the switches together side by side in unique ways to create interesting battlefields.
Well, that's just freaking awesome.
Yeah, look cool. I mean, I'm a little beyond Super Mario Party's age range, but yeah, that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I might pick it up depending on how many local multiplayer, uh, how many local multiplayers it supports. Like if it's 1 to 4, that seems cool.
I can't imagine it not being 1 to 4. But yeah, we'll see.
And Mario Party 7 was the last one on GameCube, so I think that's the one.
So David was right, and we all Mario Party 8.
Yeah, I think so.
Unless
I didn't actually look up like what the last. Well, let me see. Mario Party.
Probably not.
I doubt this.
Did you not go to the Wikipedia? How did you find this out and not go to
Mario
the
Party
Wikipedia?
10.
Okay, so we got.
It was a 10.
There's a 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
It got a 66 on Metacritic.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right. So that's coming out this year. I failed to catch the date on that, so sorry. Next up, this was the one that I finally woke up and started getting hyped for. The new Fire Emblem game. We've known they've been working on a new Fire Emblem game forever. So this one's Fire Emblem 3 Houses. We're just adding more cool shit to Fire Emblem. So in this particular one, so normally in Fire Emblem you have your team of units and you send your units out. Now you're sending out entire armies led by your units. So now, like your actual unit, like your archers, now leads a squad of archers into combat, and you see that on the battlefield when you go into combat.
All right. Is there still permadeath mode and all that business?
Don't know. They didn't go too in depth about it. Judging by the name, 3 Houses, maybe we get 3 versions instead of 2 versions. For all I know, actually we did have 3 versions last time. I forgot about that.
That seems odd to me. It's 3 separate stories, right?
Yeah. So there was one story where you join one force, another story where you decide to join the other force, and then there's a third story where you join no force and get the actual true end.
Yep. Emo kid gets the true end.
Apparently you haven't met Corin.
Yeah, I'm just assuming he's starting his own clubhouse.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got your own castle. That was part of the game, was you explored and made your own castle. So yes, you did get your own fucking clubhouse. So there wasn't too many specifics. You got to see. It looked like you get to make your own unit again, judging by the fact there was a character that ran around a map, and it was you.
As long as you still get to hold the other characters by the head and then go, now kiss.
Now Kith. Now Kith.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It wouldn't be a Fire Emblem game without that, James. You know this. It's like 90% of the gameplay in Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
It looks great. It's coming out spring 2019. I assume we're going to see more of it later on. Probably talk more about the actual story, because we didn't get much into the story, didn't get much into the characters. But yeah, I'm hyped. You should be hyped too. Get Fire Emblem for Switch. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, next they showed Fortnite. For those who hadn't been paying attention for the past month and a half, Fortnite is on Switch now.
Yep.
A couple details about that. It's still free to play. It's the free to play version that you're getting. Supports voice chat, like actual voice chat without the Nintendo app or that awesome dongle thing, whatever that was, on your phone. Like,
so, how do you connect the headset?
You take. Yeah, I believe there actually is a microphone jack somewhere on that. I'm not sure whether it's in the dock or on the system, but yes, there is a microphone jack that you can plug into, or you can be like me and use the USB and have a USB.
Yeah, I thought
mic.
it would be like a USB-C.
Yeah, I have a USB mic, so I just use USB. But there is a mic port somewhere on Switch. I'm too busy to get up and look. The other big thing to note about that, and this came down and has been raging all of the gaming intrawebs for... It was before, and I think it finally kind of blew up. So, if you on Epic Games have registered your PSN account to Epic Games to play Fortnite, and you try to register either your Xbox One or your Switch onto that same account, you will not be able to play Fortnite on your Switch or Xbox One. You have to make a new account to do so. You cannot have a Fortnite account linked with both your PS4 and any other system.
So, Xbox and Switch, I'm fine. But as soon as you throw the PS4 in the mix, you can't?
Exactly. You also cannot play...
Thanks, Johnny.
Also, Switch and Xbox are cross-platform. You can play with anybody. But PS4, you can only play with PC.
Oh God, why? Thanks, Sony.
It's an opt-in though. Like you can play with everyone on PS4, but you can, if you want to do cross-platform, you can only do it with PC. This is Sony kind of being a dick, and people on the internet have finally grown tired of this lack of cross-platform play between gaming. I'm hoping it finally boils over, because it's been upsetting to a lot of gamers. Not really so much me. I really don't care. But it is really dumb. The lengths that Sony has gone to with this.
Isn't Fortnite the game that like had a
that accidentally turned on crossplay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Fortnite. That was before their battle royale mode launched. That was like basic Fortnite, the actual like zombie building game, Minecraft spin-off thing. Yeah, they accidentally turned crossplay on then.
Whoopsies.
And they even Epic kind of just laughed about it. Yeah, this was easy. We could just flip a switch and we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was Fortnite. You can play Fortnite on Switch now, and apparently now everyone wants a Switch to play Fortnite. Literally, a free-to-play game is going to sell hardware for Switch. I kid you not.
That should tell you how popular Fortnite is. The fact that we at MCPS had to block Fortnite, like one day it gets released on mobile and our network goes dead.
Oh, that's right. I heard this. You're not the only school system that had that issue.
No, it was pretty prevalent.
Yeah, that was kind of insane. I think that's enough Fortnite. So next they went through all of their lists of indie stuff that's coming out. I couldn't track it all down. There was a lot. Most notable, Fortnite, not Fortnite, we already talked about Fortnite. Hollow Knight, out today, all DLC. We've known it was going to come out for the Switch for a while now. It's out today, all DLC. If you haven't played Hollow Knight, play Hollow Knight. It's probably the best indie game that came out last year.
Pretty good, but I'm not big into platformers. So,
you don't like you don't like Metroidvanias, and that's why you're a plebe.
Yeah.
You're an anti-Metroidvania plebe.
Yep.
Octopath Traveler comes out in July. There'll be a new demo up this week. Minecraft coming out this month. Arena of Valor coming soon. I didn't catch a date on that one. That's another that's like a MOBA game, isn't it? Arena of Valor. I thought that was kind of a big MOBA game. I might be getting myself confused.
Arena of Valor. Did that come out on like Android and iOS?
That's what I'm thinking.
MOBA?
I know I've heard of it, and I thought I heard it was reasonably popular. I don't really follow the MOBA scene too much, nor do I follow the mobile gaming scene too much.
Oh yeah, I've seen people play this.
Okay, so I was right.
Yeah, it's a MOBA. It's on mobile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. They also announced that the remake, it's not just the remake. It's the apparently I believe the iPhone edition of The World Ends With You, which I believe they announced last year, or it's some Nintendo Direct a while back. That's coming out this fall. If you haven't played 20, it's a good game. I don't know how the mobile remake plays at all. I just remember playing on the DS version that had absurd controls that made you go autistic.
Okay.
So, I'm going to take a break here, because this is basically the intermission of the Nintendo presser. There's really nothing else that gets announced after this. And the reason for that is because for the next half an hour, they devoted their entire presser to Smash.
Yay.
So we'll talk about Smash, but we should take a moment to talk about all the things that have already been talked about and the lack thereof. So there were things I was expecting. There was probably maybe 2, 3 things I expected to see, and I only saw one of them. So things I expected to see the new Fire Emblem game, which we got. I'm happy. I am pleased. I kind of expected to see Metroid Prime 4, which we didn't see. And Nintendo was asked about it, and they said, oh, we're going to talk about things that are coming out soon. Well, that new Fire Emblem you said is coming out in spring 2019. So, not that soon.
Spring 2020.
Yes, yeah, there goes games. Spring 2020. Yeah, that was a little disheartening not to hear anything of Metroid Prime. No Pikmin 4.
That is kind of weird.
That was a little bit disheartening. Kind of expected a Pikmin 4.
Every Nintendo system have a Pikmin?
I think they've done like multiple releases. The last one was 3, and that was on Wii U. I know 3 was 3 on Wii or Wii U? I know it got released onto the Wii U, but I don't know if it originally came out on the Wii or not.
Oh man, I don't actually know.
But it's been a
I didn't
while.
play either of them. I just played the GameCube one.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a new Pikmin game, and I think a lot of people were really disheartened that we didn't get Pikmin 4. I'm not overly one of them. Pikmin's a cool game, but I don't like. I know there's a lot of people who love it. It's a cool game. I have other games I'd rather play in my backlog, sadly.
Yeah.
Another game that didn't show up, that shockingly didn't show up in my opinion, Animal Crossing. They just released that mobile Animal Crossing game. I have thought we'd have seen Animal Crossing, while Animal Crossing is kind of hype-ish now.
Yeah, I actually would have liked to see an Animal Crossing.
Especially on a mobile platform, like
Yeah.
the Switch.
Maybe they don't want to take away from their iOS and Android version. It's the microtransactions.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know.
I don't know anyone that actually plays that game.
Yeah, I don't either. I know more people that still play the Fire Emblem game, like, endlessly. Listen, there are 2...
That was fun for like a month.
Yeah, there are, like, 2 mobile games I know people will play endlessly till, like, death comes. That one and the Fate one.
The Fate?
Fate Grand Order. Fate GO.
Oh, another gacha game, but in Fate universe?
Yeah. Yo, it's the biggest one. It is, without a doubt, the biggest one.
Huh.
Have you played it?
There's also the Final Fantasy one. No, I've only played the Final Fantasy one, and
I actually didn't know there was a Final Fantasy one.
yeah, I only knew about it because they did some sort of crossover with Selena Gomez, and she is in the game. It's weird.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, Fate Grand Order is like one of the biggest ones of all, because like you get your army of waifus. So it's the same as Fire Emblem, like you just get your army of waifus and call it a day. Well, anyway, I guess I guess that's kind of enough of the Nintendo press conference, and now we can move on to the Smash press conference.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Honestly, there's
I'm
not
excited
a,
about it.
there's not a lot to talk about with the Smash press conference, despite the fact that they spent 25 minutes on it.
They did announce every character ever.
Yes, they announced every character ever. Literally, everyone is here. That was the announcement. If you were in a Smash game at any point in time in your life, you are in this game.
Now, did you see the glove? Is the glove coming back?
The glove? You mean, Master Hand?
Weren't you able to play as Master Hand?
No, you're not gonna be able to play.
Okay.
You were never able to play as Master Hand.
So I feel like a bonus stage you could play as Master Hand.
Nah, you always have to beat Master Hand. Why would you want to play Master Hand? He's evil.
So,
Disappoint.
Bowser's in this.
You
Ganon's
disappoint
in
me.
this. Some evil people in this.
Well, there's more evil people now. The main downfall with announcing everyone is in this is that it probably means we're not going to get a lot of new characters. So you have to take the new characters we get. So right now there's only 3 new characters. Squid Kids.
Boy now and girl now?
Yeah, boy and girl were. Yeah, it's boy and girl. It's the same character though. But you can play as boy or girl model. Same thing as Corrin. You can play as male or female Corrin. And Robin. But yeah, you can play as male or female Squid Kid. They announced Daisy, who's similar moveset to Peach. Some different properties, but same moveset as Peach. And the other new character they announced, which made all of the Smash community collectively lose their mind, Ridley.
Cool.
Wow, that's all I get out of you, Ridley? And it's just like...
Well, I saw it earlier in the chat. Plus, it's from a Metroidvania game. What do you want from me?
You disappoint me, son. You disappoint me. I think most shocking was I had pretty much assumed that we were going to get Springman, and there was no Springman.
What the hell is Springman?
Arms.
Oh, from Arms.
Yeah. I like, even going back to the picture where they showed all of the roster in it, I was like, hey, see that one right there? That's Springman. I'd literally done that on that picture. I'm almost still certain that we're going to get Springman. It was just really weird that like they wouldn't announce Springman. I thought that was an easy one.
Yeah.
I still have like my overall list of characters that really need to be in the game. I think the number 2 on my list right now. Well, the number 1 on my list. My list contains like 3 people, and I always forget them, so I only remember the first 2. My number 1 is Isaac. Why we don't have Isaac from Golden Sun? Hell, I'll take Felix, but it should be Isaac. We should have Isaac from Golden Sun, yo. Come on, people, make it happen.
Huh.
I'm waiting. And the other one I want to see is Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia.
Huh. You don't think they'll add the guy from No More Heroes?
Travis Touchdown would be awesome. Like, Travis Touchdown's probably my number 3, but I don't think we're gonna get
He's
Travis.
raised him.
Yeah, he's a little too risque. But yeah, I would love to see Travis Touchdown. You got any others on your mind? Oh, another good one, Callus from Bait and Kaitos.
Oh, that'd be cool. I was running through the list. I was like, Bayonetta? Oh no, she's already there.
Ban Bayo. Literally, they just had the tournament today, and the crowd was shouting Ban Bayo. Because she still could carry people off the top. It was hilarious. We were like, yeah, we're gonna nerf this one again.
Let's see, what other games have been released? Switch.
like we're getting to the point that there's not a lot of like big characters I think should be in it.
Yeah.
And, like you're starting to look at like indie games that might want to be in it. But
Yeah, when you first said Isaac, I was like, I know Binding of Isaac is on the Switch, but really?
no, Isaac from Golden
I was
Sun,
like, no.
dog.
Oh, okay, no, okay.
But that said, Isaac was an assist trophy in the last game, so he's probably still an assist trophy. I just think he should be his own character.
Yeah, I mean Mario's getting his hat, so that's already a thing. I guess if everybody's coming back, they're bringing back Dr. Mario.
Yep,
Really
Dr. Mario was in the last game too.
Nintendo?
He's generally considered strictly worse than regular Mario, but yeah, he's coming back.
Yeah. No, I can't really think of any other like Nintendo characters that would be good in there.
I mean, I might like another might take Rex from Xenoblade Chronicles, but Xenoblade Chronicles 2 that is. But I mean, we still have Shulk, and they made Shulk playable now. You remember how if you played Shulk, you had to like keep pressing B to rotate through his Monado arts?
No, I think the last time I played Shulk was when it was still Shulk and Zelda.
No, not that's Sheik. Shulk from Xenoblade
Oh,
Chronicles.
Sheik. Okay. Oh no, I've never played as Shulk.
Yeah, well, Shulk, you have to rotate through his Monado arts by spamming the B button. Now you can just press B and choose a direction, and that'll
pick which
go.
one?
That's how you choose your Monado arts now. Because that was the big thing with playing Shulk that made him impossible to play, was you just had to keep rotating those Monado arts, and it was a pain in the ass.
Okay, I still don't know what Monado arcs are, but I understand that it's a rotation. That
And then increase your character
Add
stats. So you
one
get
or
like,
two
so there's like speed, jump, force, power, and shield. So they just increase,
okay.
they increase
Are
stats.
they
So like jump, you jump stupid high. Speed, you move warp 9. Like speed, he
Okay.
literally becomes the fastest character in the game, and jump, he becomes the highest jumping character in the game.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the roster.
All right, hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, why you gotta leave me?
Situation.
You gotta leave me, and I gotta.
Sorry.
I gotta keep talking. I'm sorry, man. So they just finished up the tournament about a half hour ago, I'd say. I believe, yeah, 0-1. I wasn't paying attention after because I was eating. I was feeding my face. I was hungry. Mechanically, the game looks very similar to Smash 4, but there's a couple small things that have changed. Apparently, you can now do any attack out of a dash, which is pretty cool. Makes characters like Snake way more powerful, because Snake already had a really good dash attack, and now he's going to be able to do smash attacks out of his dash attack. And we've all done mortar slides that are the funnest thing in the world.
It's fun. Ridiculously fun.
Yeah, so in a dash attack, you can cancel his dash attack and do his up smash, which would launch a mortar straight up into the air, and it was ridiculous. So the other thing that appears to have changed, when you get hit, you freaking fly, but your trajectory is now what I'm calling Splatoon Inc. trajectory, as in you're going to go one direction, you're going to go very far, and you're going to do it very fast, and then you're going to drop like a ton of bricks.
That's pretty awesome.
It's weird when you first see it, and then you kind of understand what's going on, of people just getting blasted to oblivion by an attack, and then they just stop right just before they get to the side of the stage and just come straight down. Like the momentum, nah, there's no momentum. You just got lost and then fell like a brick. Also looks like it's going to be a 3-stock game instead of a 2-stock game, mostly because percentages get racked up way faster in this game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like your
More
percentage, you're way more likely to get up to like 150%, and it's going to happen a lot faster. There's directional air dodging. I forget. I don't know if that was ever in a Smash game, but I think it was, and now they're bringing it back because it wasn't in Smash 4.
Okay.
It makes edge guarding a little more complicated, a little more complex, but they're bringing back all the Smash 4 edge stuff, as I'll call it, because edge guarding in Smash 4 was actually probably the best thing about Smash 4 was how they handled edge guarding, where because all the Smash games previously had weird interactions on ledge. So like Smash 64, if you grabbed a ledge, you could be hit off that ledge, and you just never grabbed the ledge because you just died.
Okay.
In Melee, you can be kicked off the ledge very easily. I'll just leave it like that. So, considering how edges were just totally unsafe, they'd go to Brawl, and edges were perma-safe. You literally could edge hog all day. Just grab the ledge, jump, grab back to the ledge. It was your safest spot on the map. And it's one of the many reasons why Brawl was considered to be a terrible game. Smash 4, you grab a ledge, you have temporary immunity, and you better do something before they smash you off that edge. So, and you can get two-framed. And what that means is when you go to grab the ledge, there's a two-frame window when someone can smash the hell out of you. So, anytime you get hit while going to the ledge, you got two-frame. So you'll see like characters like Marth, they'll do their down tilt, which is their little crouch forward stab. And they'll try to hit you while you're on the ledge, and then you get knocked off the ledge, and they'll just combo you to oblivion. And you can get ledge trumped, where if one player grabs the ledge and then immediately after a different player grabs the ledge, you get thrown off the ledge. So all of
the first person to grab gets launched off.
Yeah. So all of that is coming back in terms of Smash 4 tech for Smash Ultimate. I think it's probably going to be really good Smash game. In my opinion, I don't think any of the Melee guys are going to come back to it. They're the Melee guys. They're just never going to play any new Smash game besides Melee. But all the Smash 4 guys are going to transition seamlessly, and it's going to be glorious. Some of the Brawl and Project M guys, they'll probably transition over too, because all of their favorite characters are back. Because if you pay attention to people who play PM, they all play that game because their character is no longer in the game. Like they play Ice Climbers, they play young Link, they play Snake, or they don't play Meta Knight because Meta Knight's banned. Meta Knight got banned in Brawl. Yeah, Meta Knight was so good he got banned in Brawl, and they made him so bad in PM no one plays him. So that's mostly it. I don't really think there's much else to say about Smash. GameCube controllers are going to be compatible again with the dock that they had for the Smash 4. This was kind of already known. People have been connecting that thing up to the Switch and finding out that their GameCube controller actually worked. So this is something that's been known for a while now that was going to be happening. The real question is, are they going to do more runs on GameCube controllers? We'll see. Who knows?
Doesn't matter to me. I still got mine.
I mean, I now officially have like 5,000 controllers for people to play this damn game with. I have the Joy-Con. I have my Pro. I've got at least 3 GameCube controllers. And I'm almost certain that you can play this game off one Joy-Con. You don't need 2.
Cool.
So that was it for the Nintendo press conference. That was literally everything they showed. They had a couple other announcements that came up later. The most notable being that the Splatoon 2 Octo expansion officially releases tomorrow evening.
Woohoo!
Yeah, I'm hype. I'm probably gonna play that like all day Thursday. It's literally gonna be my
I'll play
Thursday.
it
Is
not
running
really.
through that. You still have to beat the main campaign. Shut up.
I can get there. I have faith.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I'll quickly go through my notes again, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, that was it. So, I'll kind of give my overall thoughts on the Nintendo presser. It had a lot of potential to be great, but instead of spending 45 minutes talking about all the projects they're working on, they spent 15 minutes talking about 4 games they have, 4 first-party games they have, and then spending a half hour on Smash.
That seems fine to me. I haven't watched it yet.
Um,
Has to be better than the Sony press conference, though.
well, I already did my hot take on the Sony press conference and my rage over that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this was better than the Sony press conference. I think the Sony press conference had much better content to it. But the games here, I'm much interested in. Like, I'm much more interested in a Fire Emblem than probably anything else that was announced over this E3 or shown over this E3, because I'm a fanatic for Fire Emblem, really. I was really happy for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But overall, I liked Sony a lot more, just from a content perspective. But,
Oh yeah, I like their games more with Sony, but I thought the format of their
oh god, their format.
press conference was just
We'll rage about that on Friday.
moving everybody from one room to another room.
Oh my god.
We're gonna put in some filler.
God, please stop.
This
Please stop.
guy's gonna play a fucking banjo. Okay.
Yeah, so the Nintendo press conference, like, it had the opportunity to be, like, great if they would just announce some of the projects that we know they're working on and kind of give us an update on how the projects that we know that they're working on, because they told us they're working on, how they're going. I'm happy they announced things, but, like, this is kind of stuff that I would expect out of a regular Nintendo Direct, not an E3 Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Like, Smash was practically this entire E3, and they threw a couple other things in. That's what really disappointed me. So in general, I would definitely rate this better than EA's presser, because dear
It
lord.
seems to be like the worst.
Dear lord, is that a bad
Maybe.
presser. But it wasn't as good as Sony. It wasn't as good as Ubi. I'd basically put it even with Square Enix's presser. Pretty much for the same reasons. Both of them we know they had projects that they're working on, and they just didn't seem to feel like showing them off to their consumers. It was really disappointing. Anything you like to add?
Nope. I'm excited for Pokemon Go. I'm excited for Smash.
You're gonna get the Let's Go Pokemon game?
It's like, yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. I get the Pikachu version. To be honest, I like the catching mechanic. I know it's gimmicky as fuck, but I like it.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of having a console Pokemon game in general, even if it's kind of just like this spin-off-y style game. I mean, it's still clearly Pokemon, but I think I'll just wait for the actual Pokemon game to come out that they're working on, if no one minds.
Oh, I thought it was just Pokemon Yellow in console form.
Well, it's not a mainline game. It's kind of just a spin-off game. But essentially, that's what it's going to be.
But it's not Pokemon Yellow. So it's not a Pokemon like main story of collecting all the badges, beating the Elite Four, yada yada yada.
I mean, you could kind of assume that's what it's going to be, but it's not a mainline Pokemon game, is what I'm trying to say. It's not going to be I would say this Pokemon game is more designed for a younger generation than it is for people who played the original Pokemon games.
Okay, I'll wait for reviews.
I mean, it's coming out this year. I'm almost certain it'll be a fun game. Like, if you picked it up, I don't think you'd be upset with it. But if you're expecting a like significant Pokemon experience, a la like Pokemon Sun and Moon, I don't think you're gonna get that.
All right.
So I think that about covers it. I think the one other announcement was on Splatoon. So Nintendo had planned on releasing content for Splatoon 2 through 1 year of its release. They've now confirmed that they're going to go through the rest of this year at the very least and showed off some of the new weapons and maps that they're working on. We're getting like serious new weapons, like actually new weapon designs, and it's going to be awesome.
Dang.
Yeah, you should look those things up. Those things were crazy. There was like a super sloshing machine, and I couldn't decide whether the other one was a heavy splatling or an ink pen.
Oh my gosh. If it's like the ink brush, but instead of the back and forth, it's like a front to back. That'd be so funny.
It looks like an ink pen, like a clear ink pen that you can see through and see the ink. But I think it's a heavy splatling. I don't know, man.
So it looks like a Bic, right?
Yeah.
Just like a. That's funny.
But yeah, that's about it.
I actually just looked them up.
Yeah, you should look this up. I can't
Right.
explain this. I'm not sure where you have to go to look it up, but it was pretty wild when I looked at it. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like the other one, I was clear. It was like a super sloshing machine. It is definitely a sloshing machine. The other, I'm just like, I don't know what the hell this is. But anyway, while we're on Splatoon, there was rumors that they might announce Splatoon 3. I thought it was too soon for them to be announcing Splatoon 3. I figure they have at least another year to 2 years that they pull out of this game before I mean, if we hear about Splatoon 3, it'll be next year, at next year's E3. And it releases the year after that.
Yeah. So, how long did you say they're going to continue doing content drops for it?
At least through the rest of the year.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
I'm not finding any images.
you haven't found it yet?
Oh, here we go. What in the heck? Oh no! Wait, it's one of those pens where you like. It's one of those multicolored pens.
Yeah.
Where you press down. Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
But I haven't decided whether it's like a new variant, a brush, or a heavy splatling.
Yeah. What the heck is that? I don't know. I want to play with it. Looks cool.
Well, maybe we see it tomorrow because the Octoling expansion drops tomorrow. So who knows what we see?
Yeah, seriously.
Well, with that, I'm going to cut off chat on Nintendo Presser, and we can actually do stuff. Sound good?
Okay.
All right.